Hi guys, welcome to Book Muffin. My name is James Gemmell. For anyone who has not seen my introductory video of the channel, it's going to be a channel dedicated to my experiences with mental health, anxiety and depression, but I'm going to use those subjects to talk about things that are important to me, such as books and films. And I'm hopefully going to open up conversations about mental health, about male mental health to you. The channel is going to be dedicated to openness, to honesty, to transparency around mental health. But firstly, I want to talk about things that are important to me, but through the lens of mental health. So, without further ado, as promised, I'll be talking about Alex Garland's The Beach. And I'm going to, like I said, talk about it through the lens of a mental health perspective. So, the book is about a lone traveller, a very confident traveller who we find him at the start of the book in Thailand, but he's dissatisfied with the sort of consumerist, westernized culture that he sees all around him, and he wants to find the real Thailand. So he acquires a map from someone who is also like him, a loner, and this person eventually kills themselves for dubious reasons. And he uses this map to find a tropical paradise called the beach, and this is where we get the title for the novel. So the beach itself concerns his obviously journey to the beach and his way of encountering the community that he finds there. It's about Paradise Won and Lost, because he realizes you can't have paradise without hell at the same time, and he eventually becomes disillusioned with the beach and leaves to go back to Western civilization in the UK. So I want to bring this book review back to mental health, because it first got me interested in traveling to Thailand as a lone traveler, and because I have suffered from anxiety in the past, and because I've had very bad experiences traveling to countries on my own. In 2019, I was extremely worried about traveling to a country on my own, particularly a country that was very far away, because I live in the UK. But I had this impulse, this fascination with traveling to Thailand because of this book. It seemed like, from this book, a fascinating place to go, aside from the fact that we find Paradise Won and indeed Lost. Apart from all the gruesome things that happened, it seemed like an exciting place. So I started to research going to Thailand, started talking about budgeting, where I would stay, and I initially thought of staying in a hostel like the protagonist of this book does initially, and also the way he does in the film. I wanted to do all the things that this traveller does, such as go to the sort of tourist hotspots in Bangkok. That's where I eventually went to. I went to Bangkok in Thailand, which is the capital, and I want to link it back to anxiety again, because when I went to Thailand, when I went to Bangkok, it was a transition from me becoming a not so confident person when traveling to a confident person when traveling. So the first thing I did, I made an itinerary about what I would be doing. I was very much that lone traveler. When I encountered people, I would make conversation, but I wouldn't sort of attach myself to them in the way that someone who wasn't very confident would. I I did all the things that was recommended online, such as going to the zoo, going to parks, going to museums. I went to a museum, a World War II museum that was fascinating, and by the start of the third day, I realized that I loved Thailand, I loved Bangkok, and that this was a very special place, and I want to use this book as a way of saying that because of this book, I became more confident traveling to Thailand, traveling alone, and I recommend that anyone who is interested in traveling reads this book, because although it contains quite gruesome themes, it is the story someone someone losing their old self and becoming their new self, which is a very important thing in my life and very important thing in the book. So thanks.